Well, good evening and welcome to the City of York's Historical Architectural Review Board. Call to order. Present, Mr. Skian. Present, Mr. Zimmerman, President. Mr. Schuman, absent. Huffington is absent. Mr. Gifford, present. Hitzel is absent. Motion to consider the minutes of the previous meeting.
Moved. Seconded.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to approve the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion's approved. First order of new business is 200 West Market Street.
We need to do the election of officers first,
I
please.
thought we did that at the last meeting.
First, or we do that last?
No, we do that first. It's always the first meeting of the new year.
The last meeting.
No, I thought we always did it at the end of the meeting, so we don't hold them.
Well, that's fine. You can do it, at the- but it's the first
We
meeting.
didn't do it at the last meeting, then I.
Right, it's the first meeting of the new year, so whatever. If you want to do it last, that's fine.
Let's do it.
We should.
We don't, the public comment.
200 West Market Street, a proposal to construct ornamental picket fencing along the property. Someone here to talk about that application? Yes, sir.
Yes, the intention of putting this powder-coated aluminum fence on 200 West Market Street is to preserve the integrity of the property, ensure safety and security. The efforts thus far on that property have been clear-cutting the trees, installing adequate lighting. This is just the next logical step to ensure property is preserved and the community is safe.
Yeah, we've approved a lot of things. Yep. I'll move that we approve the application as submitted.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to approve the application as submitted, say aye. Aye. Any opposing or abstaining? Hearing none. Motion approves unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Now I just need a moment.
I guess we can't bitch about the clear cutting of.
Yeah, I suppose not. Next case is 215 South George. Proposed work that is only visible from Court Street. Scope of the work includes the installation of a new door opening with double doors on the side of the building, installation of a garage door at the rear of the building. Someone here to talk about that project?
Hi, good evening. Dylan Bauer, Royal Square Development. We're renovating 217 South George. Anyone know what it used to be, Dennis?
How long ago?
Go back as far as you can. It's written in the name in the front.
Knights of Columbus.
That's 205. This would be Hollinger's Hardware.
Sure.
Yeah, it's written in the tile on the front. We are dividing the building, which is very long. It goes from George to Court. We are putting a wall in the middle. We're hoping to develop the front into some kind of retail, maybe a restaurant is the goal. From the back, the rear to Court, we're making it a shop. It's actually going to be our company. We're moving there. But we are looking to put two metal double doors that will be on the side, which you would have to go down Court and then look down to even see it. That's going to be a new opening with two, like I said, hollow metal doors that'll be for access for getting equipment inside. And then on the rear of the building, where there's existing garage door, there was an opening at one time that's been boarded shut. And we'd like to reopen that and put a matching garage door. So from the street, you would have a very similar rib steel door, just like you see, I think, in your packet now.
In as much as this is not visible from a major public thoroughfare, I don't have any problem with the proposals.
Yeah, it's
Anyone?
really not a historic facade, like concrete block addition, and it's then a garage door in a context of other metal garage doors, so.
Agreed.
I make a motion that we,
Go ahead.
make a motion we approve the application as written.
I'll second it. Moved and seconded to accept the application as presented. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? Motion's approved unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Who's this guy?
This is not that basement window.
Yeah.
What's this floor windowsill? Windowsill of basement window.
The existing itself, they're just replacing a 4x6.
The next case is 113 South Pine Street. Basement window at ground level is deteriorated due to constant exposure to the elements proposed to replace. Wood framed window with vinyl window at ground level. The proposed change will improve the sustainability of the property as well as reduce upkeep costs. Is there someone here to talk about that project?
Yes. Good evening, gentlemen. My name's Jay Halicki. I'm the Director of Capital Improvements for the Housing Authority. What we would like to do is replace this old wood window that is basically practically level with the sidewalk. It's constantly exposed to the elements, salt, snow. The window is currently in a very bad state, and we're proposing to swap it out with a white vinyl window that's more resistant to the elements.
My first question,
Yes, sir.
you're proposing a vinyl window, but the copy of the quote you received is primed wood exterior, or prime pine exterior, pine interior, ultimate wood casement picture. So is it a wood window? Is it a vinyl window?
That was the replacement that we were going to use should HARB not allow us to use the vinyl.
Did you look at any other windows other than vinyl, which may be more durable but feel less, well, would be more durable but less expensive than a wood window, like a composite fiberglass, that kind of thing?
They were actually more expensive for that size.
Seriously.
It's not a typical size, probably.
Correct.
Yeah.
No. I was surprised the wood window is cheaper, but anyway, okay, because it's not gonna last. That's the problem.
The vinyl's not going to hold up.
Well, neither of them would. All the vinyl, yeah. Composite material might be better, but I mean, we've allowed with these basement windows, we've allowed some to be enclosed and covered over and removed, that kind of thing, because it is problematic. It depends whether you want to keep a window there or not.
My direction was just to replace the window.
There are other windows on the alley side, right?
I believe so. Those are not in a bad of a disrepair. I believe one of them was bricked over, not 100% sure.
Could it be a matter of just building up a new sill detail to prevent drainage from hitting that window, primarily at the bottom, which is where most of the damage seems to be done? I mean, it's just a thought to throw out. I mean, I'm sure that there are many infiltration issues with the window beyond just the sill.
From what our contractors have said, they advised to go vinyl, being more durable, especially to salt.
I think our only issue is vinyl on the front of the building. We've, allowed them on rear facades, that kind of thing. And I don't know that it's gonna be any more durable for you than a wood window. I mean, I think in this case, if you're only prepared to submit that or a wood window, and because it's on the front of the building, so we have to use wood. You're keeping the divided light. Is it a simulated divided light?
Yes.
Is it one pane of glass or two panes of glass?
The vinyl would be 2 panes.
Because your sketch shows, well, the orientation of the window is different, but it shows the divided light. Orient this window the correct direction, the divided light runs horizontally rather than vertically.
No, he gave me a bad drawing.
Bad sketch.
Bad sketch.
I mean, Marvin has a lot of other options and lines, but this wood window is the cheapest that they could offer you. Okay.
Like $30.
We have tried extremely hard to not ever approve vinyl on a main street facade and rear that's not easily visible. We've approved vinyl. We recommend materials like composite materials that are generally available. They cost more, but they last significantly longer with no maintenance to speak of. I don't want to set a precedent and have vinyl on a very well restored historic property in the district.
I will move that we approve the application with the installation of a new Marvin wood window submitted, simulated divided light
The proper orientation.
with vertical orientation to light. And that the existing frame and sill is to be repaired and repainted, correct?
Yes.
I'll second that motion.
The sill.
Are there any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor of the motion to approve the installation of a new Marvin wooden window in the proper orientation with a repaired frame and sill, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? Motion is approved.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And sill to be.
Wood window is $30 more, so the composite window is probably $40 more.
Yeah.
Penny wise and dollar foolish.
In the Bible.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just need another second.
Who were you guys here with?
they already.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was, it wasn't that good the first time.
Is
Yeah?
is that interesting?
We didn't take enough time. So, final order of business is the 2025 election of officers for the Historic Architectural Review Board. And I am happy to nominate Dennis Kunkel as chair.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Mr. Kunkel, would you accept that motion? Great.
I'm overwhelmed by the enthusiasm.
I believe Mr. Skian seconded that motion.
Yeah, I did.
What we got to do is we should be nominating and
Slate of officers.
and nominating and approving people who aren't here. We did that to Dick Bono one year. He didn't show up at the first meeting, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
And he was chair for the next year. He didn't show up.
Do we want to do the vice chair as well and then just have one vote?
If we can do that in one motion.
Well,
We can pretty much do whatever we
do
want.
whatever we
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and vote on Dennis as chair. All in favor of the motion to propose Dennis as chair of the board for 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, it's unanimous.
Not the first.
Are you an alternate, Blake? Yep. Okay, so you can't be vice chair?
I nominate Blake to be a full member.
Well, then we just switch it and Craig can be.
Technically, I do believe that the bylaws say
Yeah, they can
say
excuse from the board. Yes, yes, yes. And that has never been enforced, but probably should be. Right. And I'm sure Lauren does as well.
and Steve was
He's sick, yeah. Well, and Steve fills a specific role on the board, so that can't be. There's only one building code official in the city, and
can
that's.
I nominate somebody to be the
Well, we tried really
Only if you
hard-
pay him too.
we tried really hard to absolve you from that duty and responsibility by the institution of a grant that would, but good. So would someone like to nominate someone for vice chair? I was going to nominate Mr. Kunkel or someone, but he's already chair, so I don't know,
I'll nominate Mr. Zumbrum to be vice chair, unless you went completely out of it. The other option would be Mr. Skian.
The problem I have
Yeah, we have
is
a problem.
during high school.
I was going to, I thought you were
No,
gonna say
during high
something
school
else.
baseball season,
Right.
I'm not here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my sabbatical.
Well, it's a ceremonial position.
Understood.
Yeah, we need us. I thought you were going to say something else. That's why.
No.
You have an objection doing vice chair, Craig?
No, I'm fine with that.
I will nominate Craig then to be vice chair
I'll second that.
for the year 2025.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion's approved. And that's that. We don't have a treasurer or a secretary or a
So
sergeant
Lindy,
in arms.
Lindy
do have
is a
a
full member. Or she an alternate also?
Well, I think in light,
6, 7, 8. Okay. Are we missing a member? Are we short a member?
no,
One, two.
1, 2,
I'm only counting
3,
8. Who am
4,
I missing?
5, 6, 7, 8. We have
Who?
8. We have,
Konkelski,
Yeah.
Zumbro,
we
Schermeyer,
could have one more.
Plain Gross, Buffington, Gifford.
Yeah, we could have one more. Yeah, so we could have one more alternate. And we could propose action, but I think it's really council that would have to take the action. We could only propose it, that Mr. Gifford becomes a full member and
So we only have 6 full members, but we should have 7, right?
You have 7 full members.
one of
That's 6.
That's 6.
6. Yeah.
So therefore, the most senior alternate should be a full member. Because we always used to do that. So if we only have 6,
Okay, so by default, yeah.
so
Yeah.
council may have to act on that, but
I think they do.
Blake should be a full member.
Yeah. So let's do it formally.
Yeah.
But let's have a motion, Nancy. We're going to put forward a motion to request that council appoints Blake Gifford as a full voting member of the Historic Architectural Review Board to fill the opening that exists.
I think we have a councilwoman here that might carry this message.
And I will second that.
Okay?
So then we have an open alternate, so anybody knows if anybody wants to be an alternate on the board.
What professional?
To get one space.
We are requesting that council appoints Mr. Blake Gifford as a regular voting member of the Historic Architectural Review Board to fill the open position. And it was seconded by
Schermeyer.
If this would have been done, he could have been vice chair.
Go from
We didn't
alternate,
realize.
go
we
from
had an open-
alternate to vice chair like that.
Before I go, I want to let you know that I'm on into my 2025 groove now. Next week I'll be following up with Frank Grumbine to find out what happened to his report, if it went anywhere, and what our next steps are.
Good.
And ironic that you're talking about appointments, because Diana Thompson's pet peeve is that we do not have a uniform application process for people wanting to sign up on boards. Other municipalities do that. So I'm tasked with developing this protocol so that there's some kind of uniform. Now it's just real all over the place where people will fill out an application. Now, sometimes we get letters, sometimes we get a resume. There's just no real,
Yeah.
and it's just
That's
Spell your
a good
last
idea.
name, please, I'm sorry.
huh?
Spell your last name, please.
Oh, I'm not really part of the meeting, am I?
We're still recording it, so.
All right, JOHNSCU.
Let's take this vote on favor of the motion to have council formally recognize and appoint Mr. Gifford. Say aye.
Aye.
Motion's approved unanimously. Now, what else can we do? In the olden days, it was actually a nomination from the mayor or council to become considered by council for a position on any of the commissions or boards. In other words, you didn't self-nominate. It was, somebody would say, we want you. But that's long gone.
board and he had no idea. There are no directions on who to contact, how to contact. There's nothing on our website. And he's like, Terry, what do I do? And I know I'm just so we need to have a path. Maybe that's why we don't have enough people signing up for these things.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good point.
there's nowhere to go and find out
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, and then they don't know who to ask, and if they ask somebody, they don't know. Nobody knows.
Our planning commission, zoning hearing board that,
Yeah.
So yeah, please. So
so
we're
once
gonna try
we
this.
get specific, then I'll put that on the website.
Yep.
So you let me know.
Yep, Mondays are my day to work on that one. I have, a project for each day of the week that I'm working on right
What day are we?
now. You are Tuesdays.
Okay,
Yes. so
no, we're one of
Tuesday,
your projects, so, okay.
Wednesday is complete streets and my Arley effort. And Thursday is trash.
Thursday is my trash day.
Crashing soon.
No, working on a trash ordinance that works. That was the top complaint in every neighborhood but Springdale was the
Litter.
amount of trash everywhere.
Yeah.
And YCA in downtown, he told me it's become a barrier to getting any interest in investing. And so I look at all this empty business space, and part of it is people drive through our trash lined streets. And so, I want to find out what other cities are doing, work with the, Econ to find out, okay, what do you guys need? What will work? Because they're the ones who live with the document that we have now. And try to improve the process because it's really, there's no reason why we can't clean up the streets.
I know, it's embarrassing.
So that's my Thursday. Friday, I do
Backyard
something else.
incineration. Backyard incineration is a solution.
Actually, some people are doing that down in Northeast neighborhood. I'll be down there working on the garden and I smell some things that probably shouldn't be burning.
Not while it's windy. Please, I don't want to turn into California.
Yeah.
Yeah, last September, October would have been fine for that. August, September, yeah.
So I would keep you all posted as I, try to work something out and get some money back into this and relieve Nancy of her notating duties.
Actually, I want to say HARB is.
Yep, oh yeah.
No, it's saying a
And
lot.
good looking, let's not forget, good looking.
You guys are done.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we're adjourned.
We stand and sit